Savage really redeeming its name right now. I don't know. I already popped a steering link out, so that's already weak now. So I'm gonna have to put a washer under there, stop that from happening. That's no big deal. Giving it another chance. Yes! Front flip! I never would have thought that'd be possible with this Savage, ever. Yes, dude, that was sick. Okay, the truck's working. My slipper's tightened down all the way because during that runaway I had the other day in the last video that I showed y'all, the slipper pads literally just, you know, demolished themselves when the truck was full peak RPM for like 20-25 seconds. So I have no slipper pads, so I can't tighten it down the correct way. So it's literally just tightened down all the way. I can't back the nut off because then it's slipping too much. I have some slipper pads coming in the mail, so yeah, I'm gonna try and fully redo this bash with the truck properly set up on the slipper clutch, because right now it's fully tightened down all the way. Anyone knows when you put the trucks in the air and has a slipper clutch like that with a 2-speed transmissions, you're supposed to have it backed off so it can have some give when it lands. Right now it has no give, so if anything broke I wouldn't blame the truck really, drivetrain wise. So yeah, here we go. If that's all that keeps it popping out right now, I'm not gonna be mad at all, because compared to what I've dealt with this truck, that is nothing. So let's see if I can finish this tank. Broke a shock. Shit, looks like it pulled right through. The shock rod is still fine, so I guess I just broke the shock rod in. Well, stripped it because it looks like it pulled right through. So let's see if I can find the parts. That was a pretty ugly crash, straight to the cement. So wow, I actually got to bash this thing. I mean, I didn't get to finish the tank. I can't give it too much credit, but I still got to bash it. I landed a front flip with it, so that was really sick. Let's see if we can find that part. All right, so let's see a damage report on what just happened. That was, I don't know, quite a few jumps I did with it, and it was actually kind of fun. The truck is really hard to drive. It is so unstable. I mean, I can't even emphasize how unstable this truck is at high speeds. I just started to get in the bashing. I didn't even give it a rundown of anything else when I got here, because I didn't want to waste time talking and then the truck doesn't last a minute, because that would just be a big annoyance and a waste. So here we are again. Let me go ahead and tell you all a few things from the last video, because I know I put a part 1 in that video, so this is part 2. Well, I'm trying to make a part 2 after that video was filmed about a week ago. So here we are again. That LRP 28 I had bought, I had no idea I was going to blow up the engine in the last one in the runaway. So here we are with the engine fully broken in. It's doing great. I ended up not running the stock carb. I threw in the Novarosi 24069 carb in there, and it's doing amazing. I broke this in on my Losi 8 4.0 Truggy, and you know, once I blew up the engine in the last one in the runaway, I was like, okay, well, this truck needs an engine. I really didn't want to put it in here, to be honest, due to that last occurrence and the failure I had with that truck. It was pretty bad. anyways, yeah, the engine's doing great in here. It holds a tune fine. It idles great. It's just doing good, and I'm very impressed with this LRP engine. I'm having a lot of fun with it. I even I bashed it in my 4.0 Truggy, but I never filmed that because it's just too busy. I didn't have enough time, so I just didn't do it. I just wanted to have fun. And here we are. Yeah, again, so the tires, they blew up on the last one. I had some backflip 4S LPs, and they go on the truck fine. They clear the hubs and everything. They look way better than the last wheels. I'd say the only problem is they might be a little heavier, and I really hate putting heavy wheels on my trucks, so it's whatever. They're working great. I'm not really having a problem with it, other than, you know, weight that kind of breaks stuff a little quicker. Up here, I'm probably just gonna say that was due to a really bad crash. And oh look, the shock rod end was actually the whole time, so I'm actually just missing the spring. If I can find the spring, I'm good. The shock rod end's garbage though, it's busted. It doesn't matter, these shocks are cheap as heck, so, you know, we'll see what's up. I might have to get more spares for that and have those on standby, you know, because you kind of have to have one of everything for this truck if you even want to do what I'm doing right there. On the last video, guys, I wanted to talk about the diffs, but I never even got to talk about them because my GoPro and my iPhone kept overheating because it was so hot that day. It was like 2 in the afternoon and the sun was just beating down, and my phone and GoPro could just, they wouldn't take it, so they kept dying. After every 15 seconds I'd start filming. Anyways, here we are with the diffs. I had to redo. These are 2 brand new diffs because about 3 months ago I tried bashing this truck, and I wasn't even putting it half as high as I was on those jumps just a while ago, and they both stripped on me. So when I took the truck home, I found out that there's a shim on each side of the diff, and with just those 2 shims on the diff on each side, well, 1 shim on each side, it was a severe side-to-side play. So that was more than likely why it stripped so easy on the front and back. So what I did is I bought 2 brand new stock diffs from Jenny's RC, and then I put 2 shims on each side, and that took away all the slop. And I mean, I haven't had any problems since. Cool, whatever, got that situated. That's what I wanted to talk about on the diffs. HPI really screwed up there when they were putting those together. I don't know why they let that go. I mean, all you got to do is put 2 fingers right here and you feel the side-to-side play, and that was way too much. And like I said earlier, there's no play in my slipper clutch right now because I lost my slipper pads during the runaway. It's just 1 sticker sheet for the sticker pads, and I'm waiting on 2 more I just ordered. So I really didn't want to go too extreme. I'm kind of glad that shock broke because I feel like if that didn't break, I probably would have started to break stuff in the drivetrain, and that's kind of the last part I want to get into on this truck because I kind of don't like working on this truck in general. It's kind of over-engineered and just isn't fun to work on in some places. Getting the front and rear bulkheads out is kind of a it's just a pain to me coming from the truggy and buggy scene. So anyways, this truck did a lot better. I actually landed a front flip that was really sick. I did not think this truck would front flip. It was kind of hard. This truck is really back heavy, so getting it to front flip is a real hard challenge. But I managed to pull 1, and I think I pulled like 1 or 2 back flips. I'll have to go back in the footage and check. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. So we'll see where this heads now. I still need to get a new steering servo, and I'm actually going to run probably a lipo in here. I might run the I took the one out of my Techno Nitro MT410, my ProTech lipo battery, and it fits in here perfect actually. But I'm going to experiment and see some other receiver batteries I have and see if I can get something smaller than that one in there. So I'm going to get that situated. I'm going to get 2 new servos soon. Truck has plenty of top end. I'm still running the stock 17, I believe. I still want to get a smaller clutch bar, probably like a 15 or 16 for backflips and stuff. It's going to lose some top end, but that's fine with me. I could just switch back and forth if I need to. I also have a wheelie bar now. I threw that on the other day. I got that in the mail because this thing just kept backflipping on me, and I don't want it scratching my cooling head, you know, because I don't want to run that big roll cage bar. But yeah, so I got this wheelie bar on here. This is actually for the V1 Savage, well, the previous one before this one, the one that had been selling for years and years. And I actually had to mod the rear bumper since it's not made for this bumper. This is the new GT6 bumper. The previous bumper was designed for this wheelie bar. So what I had to do right here was I had to get a Dremel and start shaving away so this would fit, because this has a little bar right here on each side, and I got it to work pretty easy. This part on the bottom, that was just plug and play, and there's that. So yeah, fresh fuel line, fresh engine. I'm just gonna have to go and order some shocks tonight from Jenny's, if they even have any in stock. I'm sure I can find some on eBay if they don't have them. And right here, let's see, let me get the pull start out. The other night, well, the other day when I was testing and tuning, not actually really bashing the truck, I just took it to a spot just to go, so literally, let me get that in bottom dead center. All I was doing with the truck was just driving it around casually, and I noticed since the pull start with this LRP 28, it sits really low, like literally it sits like down here, and that sucked trying to get that, you know, out every time the truck shut off or whatever. I had to restart it. So what I did was I got some fuel tube, and I cut it, you know, to about 1.5 inches, and I took it all off and I put it on there, and now I can actually do the pull starter with the body on, so that's pretty cool. Overall, I can't really give this a full 100% review for a part 2, but I'm gonna go ahead and upload this anyways to show you guys, you know, what just happened. That wasn't really enough driving and bashing for, you know, what I'd be content with, but I'm just gonna have to go ahead and roll with that. So yeah, I mean, if this truck doesn't do too bad on the next bashes, then I'll start bringing it out more. But like I said, I don't think the truck's up to par yet. I still gotta make sure, I still gotta get some rubber bands right here on this, and you know, if this ever pops off like that, so I don't have a nasty runaway, even though the runaway that I had last time, this linkage was actually still on, so that wasn't the problem. But that's just a safety measure I like taking, you know, it's a non-mechanical throttle return, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. What else do I got going on? That's basically it. I'm sure y'all are tired of this truck already, because I am actually kind of tired of it. Not really. Today was the actual first day I've had this truck has put somewhat of a smile on my face. I was really getting ready to, you know, start parting this thing out or just sell it, man, because I was getting really frustrated with it. It was really just becoming the biggest headache ever. So I don't know, maybe I need to be a little more patient with it and not try and send it, you know, 25 feet plus in the air every time I take it out, which I haven't even been able to, so I don't know why I'm saying that. Anyways, yeah, here it is, guys. So, you know, hope you like it. Let me know what you think in the comments. Another thing I forgot to add in the last video when I was doing the first review is the hardware. The hardware is very, very weak. Some of this hardware is not even from the truck. All you see, this stainless steel hardware, that's from a Nitro MT410 hardware kit, and well, just the MT410 hardware kit. But other than that, yeah, so the hardware is kind of janky, so you got to be careful. Really be careful when you're taking apart all these screws just anywhere, because you can strip them out kind of easy if you're not careful. So just be wary of that. That's another thing I just wanted to touch on that I forgot to say in the last video. Yeah. Another thing I wanted to touch on was this engine in general. This engine has been pretty good. This is probably on, I've probably had roughly, let me see, probably 20 something tanks on it already. I know I'm over 2 quarts on this engine already. It's been running amazing. Previously, y'all know how I felt about the LRPs. This is not the 32 though, so I don't know, maybe that has a lot to do with it. I still want to get the 32 4.1. Yeah, I know Tasty B has it, and I think he's been having good luck with that. Let me know what you think, Tasty. So I seen you driving yours in your Habayo, and it looks to be ripping sick, man. So yeah, dude, I'm pretty impressed. I'm really impressed with this one so far. So I don't know, maybe spending the money, the 224, I believe, on the 32 4.1, it's gonna be worth it. I don't know. If anyone else has it, let me know in the comments what you think of the new LRP 32, because so far I'm liking this ZR28 Spec 4. It's doing pretty good. I've been wanting to showcase this for a while. I'm actually running a new feel. I'm still running Bones Brew 3010. That's my favorite choice of feel. You can get bone sprue 3010 for 107 now, I believe, or 109, shipped to your door for 3 gallons. That's the best deal in the United States right now for nitromethane. So, well, nitro fuel in general. Everything else is, you know, marked up there. So that's why I run bone sprue. But I recently wanted to try this TNR fuel. That's it's 30%. I want to say 39. I'm not 100% sure. If anyone knows for sure, you can fact check, because he does not put the oil content on here, but I believe it's 39. This stuff is running amazing though. I actually really liking it. The one problem I have with it is getting it shipped to Texas from California is absolutely horrific. The hazard fees for it being nitromethane is just horrible. I think I paid $200 something for 4 gallons shipped to my door. That's pretty hefty for nitro fuel, but I've really been itching to try a different fuel, just for testing purposes, and I've heard nothing but great stuff about TNR fuel. So it's definitely good fuel. If you live in California, you're really lucky because you don't have to pay, you know, hazard fees if you can get it locally at your hobby shop. We don't have this at my hobby shop, so yeah, and even if we did, he'd probably be charging like 60 bucks a gallon. Yeah, so I'm gonna be running this for a while until I finish that off, and then I have 3 gallons of 3010 bone sprue after I finish this off. So I'm basically stocked up on nitro fuel for the rest of the summer. One thing I forgot to touch on, guys, was I'm here back in my house now in my driveway, but I wanted to show you all this. This was another major problem I kept having with the Savage before I changed air filters. As you can see, that's no longer the stock air filter. This is my I actually bought a lot of them in my hobby shop. He's stocked up on them, so shout out to Michael for that at STXRC in Corpus. He stocked up on a lot of these low C 8X or 8XT. It's vice versa. You can use it for either or. You can even use it on many other cars. I run low C filters on almost all my buggies and truggies now, and I'm honestly trying to use them on anything I can convert them to. So as you can see, that's what I'm running right here. You see how I did that with the hanger, the exhaust hanger? I just bent it to, you know, maneuver it in there, and it's working. So it's pretty cool that I got that working like that. The problem was with the other filter, it was so big and large and so close right here. It stopped like right here. So what was happening was that filter kept churning off the truck, you know, when I was bashing. So I'd land and then the truck would shut off and be like, okay, what the heck happened, you know? And it happened to me quite a bit, and I never filmed it or never showed it in any of the other videos because I really was never able to bash a truck, like I've said a million times. But yeah, so that was the problem. It kept shutting off the truck. So I was like, that is stupid. I don't know why they made such a big and large filter. And it just kept giving me that problem. So I was like, I gotta do something. And well, I've put this filter on, and it's doing the trick so far. So if you want to do this, you can. It's a quick little mod. These filters are cheap. Looks like it's close to the spur gear, which it is, but you know, the top casing of the transmission stops it. So, you know, you're good there. But you just gotta drill a little hole right here. Or the hole's already right there. You just you put the drill bit, you know, completely full through, and then you just connect it with a little nut on the other end with this screw. So it's a very simple thing to do, and I no longer have that problem with it turning off the truck. So I just needed to show you all that, and I think that's just about everything I've needed to cover on this truck. So yeah.